Hey,
Yeah.
Angela,
Hello. Hi, everybody.
how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Very well, very well. We're gonna
Good.
give it a minute or two to let the room fill up a little bit more.
Sure.
And is Kevin still in traffic or
You know why? Because tomorrow is a Malaysia public holiday. That's the reason why, the way goes to Genting is a super traffic jam because everybody is going to Genting. That's the
Ah,
reason why we back to the point why our project by the future will, fully occupied with the hotel rooms. I mean the residential the rooms because the holiday everybody, even though not the foreigner, is even the local person they were going to Genting. That's why super traffic jam. And he
yeah,
texts me, say, "Hey, yeah, boss, I probably will be late for a few minutes." I say, "Sure,
it's all right.
understood."
That's a good problem.
Yes,
Well, I
yes.
think I'll give it another minute, but then we can definitely start before Kevin gets there. So for those of you online, Kevin is the project manager. So he's the one on the ground in Kuala Lumpur at the project. He's the one that's going to give us the tour. But we'll kick off the conversation before he gets to his destination. But we'll give it another minute. So,
Yeah, probably he is get ready to click to join the meeting. So yeah,
oh, is he getting ready?
yes.
Oh, good.
I'm
Okay.
just check see whether he is on the name list or not. Not yet. I just said he just asking the link and I already sent it to him.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
why don't we'll kind of kick things off here. Welcome everybody. Thank you for joining us. I am
Yeah.
recording this so that we can share it out to other potential investors. The agenda for tonight or today, if you're in Malaysia, is we're going to get a tour of the project, and then we'll finish the day with an opportunity for questions and answers. So please get your pen and paper out as we go through the tour and whatnot. If you have questions, write them down, and then we'll circle back at the end. Angela is kind enough to join us. She's actually the developer. And then we've got Kevin on the ground in Kuala Lumpur, so he's going to give us the tour. But I was kind of hoping, Angela, if you don't mind, can you kind of let everyone know why in the Asian sort of continent, why Malaysia specifically is a good investment opportunity for folks?
Yes, that's the good point. Okay, let's talk about the location. So, before the COVID happened, we probably like the customer, the buyers, like 60%, they all came from a foreign country, especially like Asia and China. So, because the location, Malaysia, which is nearby to China, it's probably just 5 hours fly. Also, Malaysia is close to like Australian, UK. Even though the some like Istanbul and like Dubai. So about the language, they speak English, speak Mandarin, they speak Bahasa, Malayo. So which means the location is quite middle of the parts. So they will attract like Asia, like Australian, like UK, like Middle East. So the people likes to going to Malaysia because of summer and the location and easy. So that's why Malaysia is like very very attracting. The different country, the people to living there. So the food, the weather, the location, three of the points to attract a lot of person. Especially Malaysia government, they have one of the special like immigration program, which what we call MM2H, which is Malaysia My Second Home. So this special visa is for 10 years, apply open for the foreigner, different country, the person. So like by the past 20 years ago, like Japanese, the retirement people, so they likes to living in Malaysia because compared with the currency, Malaysia is cheaper. So they just using the retirement, the pension money, and they
Right.
living in Malaysia because the living costs and the weather is nice. So they attract a lot of people to join like MM2H programs.
Okay.
So our project is especially in Malaysia capital, which is Kuala Lumpur, and then next to Kuala Lumpur, probably 40 minutes the driving distance. It's like a casino. So that's a tourism place. So that's why we can attract even more different tourism comes from all of the world. It's not only about Asia, Middle East, Australia, UK. So honest to say, US is slightly further, a little bit far, going to Malaysia. But we just introducing our project to everybody which we live in US is kind of like an investment or retirement or like a vacation house. So that's why the project is being very popular. Yeah.
Gotcha. And I've understood that gambling is not legal in many of the countries around the area. So that's why Malaysia will draw in a lot more tourism for gambling purposes, et cetera. Is that an accurate way to kind of frame it?
Malaysia, yeah, that's the only one place which is the island, Genting Island, is open for the casino for gambling. Other than that, no place can play. Unless you go to Singapore. In Malaysia, the only one place. Yes.
Gotcha.
So that's why they can collect all of the tourism comes from the different places. It's not only for gambling because that's the combined, like they have different like a universe studio, like a convention center, so the kids can go into the place, and even though they have the outlet shopping mall, so it's not only about like the casino. You can imagine like Las Vegas. Of course, Genting is not bigger than Las Vegas, but it's almost like a quarter, yeah, bigger as Las Vegas. You can think about like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I thought
how far
Kelvin
away
is
is I'm sorry, how far away is
yeah.
the Sky Casino from the IBN project?
Okay, if by driving we have a car, if driving distance probably like 20 minutes. So just the half side, 20 minutes driving distance to top of the mountain. Also, we provided like shuttle bus to our project to the cable car. So the cable car station to our project probably like 7 minutes. Within 8 minutes, we'll be arrived to the cable car station. So we took the cable car going to top of the mountain, which is the casino, probably like 10 minutes. Yes, it's very convenient. And
Yeah.
also the place is not new. It's a mature place. It's already many years. So they have everything, restaurants, hospital, gas station, the kids, the theme park, everything. It's a kind of like a mature, everything's the commercial buildings there. Yeah.
Yeah. It's also nicely close in right there. I love that. And I think
Yeah. And then the weather view. Kevin is here.
yeah, Kevin is here. So if we want, Kevin, why don't I'm gonna make it so everyone can see Kevin.
Yeah.
Kevin, if you want to kind of take over, I think we're ready for the tour. We can see the first two towers in the background there.
Hello. Hello.
Good morning.
Hello. Morning, everyone. My time in the morning.
Right.
All right. Can anyone hear me now?
Yes.
I think so.
Yes.
All right. I'm Kevin here. I'm the sales manager from IBN Highlands City. So we are here at the site project. So behind me, there's eventually two towers that you see with the completing of the superstructure, which is what we are selling right now. For the left-hand side is the Tower 2 and the right-hand side is the Tower 1. And we are now doing with the interior renovation and construction work, right? So as you see right now, this is the morning time in Malaysia and our weather right now is around 55 Fahrenheit. So the weather around Genting is like 55 to 79 Fahrenheit. It's much more colder if we compare with KL City Center. If in KL City Center, the temperature will start from 79 Fahrenheit. So I will bring you inside the showroom and we will take a look on the project detail. Come, let's go inside.
Excellent.
So right behind us, this is our sales gallery. So I will show you our location, the surrounding facility, and the project detail. So this is the IBN Highlands City Sales Gallery. Right behind me is the master development of the entire project. But before I go into the project detail, let's have a look on the location. Okay. So this is the location map of KL and Genting Highland. So this is the place where the Prince Scott Hospital is, which is the city center of Kuala Lumpur. It's just 1 hour driving distance to reach IBN Highland City. So IBN Highland City is at the mid-hill of the Genting Highland. So Genting Highland itself is above sea level 1,800 meters. But for us in the project, we are 838 meter above sea level. So from Genting Highland, with 20-minute driving distance, like Angela said just now, we can reach up to the Genting group itself, which come across with the theme park, shopping malls, food and beverage street, and then one of our casino on top. Then come underneath, we have the Awana Skyway, which is the cable car we mentioned just now, and we have a Genting Highland Premium Outlet, which we can buy our luxury items here, and next to it is our Skyway. So from our project, we have a shuttle bus service provided to the client that just 7 minutes away to reach the cable car service, which is our Skyway, and the client can eventually take the cable car all the way up to Genting Highland itself without driving. So it will shorten the distance for the client. Or what happened right now in Malaysia is a lot of customers, they were just having their food and having their this time here in the mid-hill. Then when they want to go to the Highland City for their theme park and for their entertainment, they will park their car at the Skyway and took the cable car all the way to Genting.
Am I
It
the
will
only
just
one doing this? Yeah, I didn't know that you were. I thought.
Hey, Susan and Ray, do you mind muting yourself? Sorry about that, Kevin.
No worry, no worry. All right. So beside that, we still have another one. Is the Awana Golf Club here. It's a nine-hole golf club over here that welcome to all the tourism to come over to play golf. So this is one of the what we say the famous facility provider in Genting. Other than that, we have like a lot of convenience shop and then clinics and other things was surrounding the mid-hill. So this is the location of our project. So let's have a look on our project. So right now, me and my man, the cameraman, Mr. Terence, we are right here at the sales gallery. This is where the location is of the gallery, right? Just now we are walking through from the outside. Okay, so the entire project of IBN Highland City consists of 21 acres of land that we're going to build 10 towers in this project. So our vision is to create a second largest hotel complex in Genting. So why we are the second largest? Who are the first? So eventually, according to the Malaysia book record, Genting Group itself, they have the largest hotel complex in Malaysia with 7 towers of total 10,000 units provided in the market. But according to Genting Group itself, an unofficially report, last year, Genting had 30 million tourism visiting Genting Highland itself. If we divided it into a day, there will be 70,000 people are visiting Genting every day. So within this 70,000, 30% of the visitor will choose to stay at Genting at least one night. So this means that there's 21,000 of tourism that need a hotel room or Airbnb service in Genting. But Genting themselves, they have reserved 60% of the room for their, what we say, the casino guests. Why? Because this is one of their major business. And the other 40%, they will supply to the market for the family that come and enjoy the holiday, either the concert, we have the biggest concert place in Genting also, or for their holiday. So this is what happened in Genting. Genting are always shortage of the room. So for our project, this 10 tower, we have officially signed an agreement with both two of the five-star hotel operator that they were going to manage the block as a hotel to supply the stock to the market. So for Tower 1, 2, 3, and 3A, we have signed an agreement with Gloria Hotel. It's a five-star hotel operator. And for Tower 9, we have signed an agreement with Sofitel. So other than that, for Tower 5, 6, 7, 8, and 10, we are having discussion with another few hotel operator that they might coming in soon. So as what you see just now, our project we have launched Tower 1 and Tower 2 at the year of end of 2019. All right. And we managed to sell 80% of the stock up to today. So what we have is we left over 20% of the unit. All right. So this block is like 28 story high for Tower 1 and 2, and it will consistently go higher and higher for the entire 10 blocks, right? So, but some people will ask why IBN is so special to the design compared with other Malaysian development is other Malaysian developer are trying to be squarish, okay? But why our project are always in overship? Okay, one thing to be very frank, Malaysia is a well-known country with natural resources that come with large scale of landscaping, greenery. That's why people are likely to travel to Malaysia to enjoy the natural environment. But Malaysia is also a one season country. We have no 4 seasons, we only have one season, which is not a summer, okay, it's a spring season. So somehow our weather is like 79 Fahrenheit and above. But Genting is one of the place that come with a large scale of landscaping, come with a very low temperature, and come with facility that's like a casino, theme park, and food and beverage street that in the market. That's why a lot of people they are trying to come to Genting to enjoy the holiday, and we want to maximize the view for our client. So that's why we try to make some of the unit into 270 degree that customer can enjoy the maximized view.
I
Right?
want to do this. Look at me. I want to do this.
All right. So for our project, they have basement 1 and basement 2 parking that is provided. So all our clients, they can just park their car under the parking. Then they can take the shuttle bus service from the hotel all the way to the Awana Sky cable car. So some people might ask, what's so special that customer want to stay in IBN but not stay over in Genting or other? I will tell one thing is Genting itself, 7 blocks, they have quite few type of hotel ranking over there. From the lowest one is a 3.5 star, which is what we say the first world hotel. And then the room rate they are giving to the market right now for this weekday is $74. But like today is a public holiday in Malaysia, the room rate will up to $190 per day. So for us, all our hotel are come with 5-star hotel, and our initial room rate will start with $95 only. That's why we try to attract a batch of the customer from Genting itself to stay over in our project, and all our projects here are 5-star. All right. Beside that, for our Tower 1 and 2, we do have a infinity sky pool provided and a sky garden. So if the client they come to Malaysia, come to Genting, after they finish their family day with the kids and the friends on Genting, they have their own me time. They can enjoy their night time at the sky garden or the infinity pool there, right? So one more thing, the entire project come with 4,400 units. Okay, we ourselves, other than the common facility that hotel will provide, we do have a convention center in the project. So this convention center consists of 300,000 square foot. We will utilize 80% of the space for convention center, 10 multifunctional hall, meeting rooms, theater rooms, and team buildings space. So this entire convention center can fit up to 10,000 people. Let's try imagine that if let's say today we have a Mata Fair or Baby Fair over here, that all our clients that can bring along all their family here, or let's say there's a business meeting having in convention center, they can just bring along their family, stay in IBN Highlands City, all right? Then they can bring their kids, okay? Send their kids to the theme park, and they themselves can start working over here. So after they finish their business, finish their meeting, shop with the fair, they can just directly join their family at the hilltop. So this is the concept that we're going to bring to our client. So if the client, they are attending the convention center, the event in the convention center, or they're having their business meeting over here, at least our customer will stay 1 to 2 days over here. So this will eventually fulfill all the rooms that we have in the project. So what is the timeline for the entire project? To complete the entire 10 blocks, it will take us 10 years, but we will complete Tower 1 and Tower 2 at the year of 2024 and continue firstly with Convention Center at the year of 2025, then Tower 3 and Tower 3A at the year of 2026. So this is in the planning, right? So for the entire Tower 1 and 2, we do have 4 typical layout. They come with 553 square feet to 1,356 square feet. So all these rooms are come with fully furnished, and what we say this come with fully furnished, and hotel operator can just step in and manage for you. In the agreement with the hotel operator is for 9 years long. All right. So later on, I will show you the show unit over here, right? So before I go to the showroom, any question that would like to ask from the deck?
There was a few.
Was that price you gave per night?
Sorry, go ahead.
I was asking you said 5-star hotel price for was $95 a night. Is that US dollars?
Yeah, US dollar. What I mentioned right now is dollar. It's US dollar. It's not ringgit Malaysia.
Okay. And also I know that when you get to the top of the mountain, Genting, it's about 10 degrees cooler than down below.
Yes.
What's the temperature at that location? About midway, halfway?
Okay, we are now at the midway. Today is like 55 Fahrenheit. If let's say up there, it will be like 40 to 45 something Fahrenheit.
Hmm.
So that is the
Okay.
temperature. They were slightly colder than mid Q. That's why I will say that for the hilltop, the long-term residents at hilltop, they're always the workers, the management of the company, but the residential, the what we say, the retirements or the teachers, because we have an international school here, and the student, most of them will stay at the BQ because this is the temperature that in the morning at the night time it was slightly colder, but in the evening you can eventually enjoy a very good sun. But in hilltop at the Genting, the weather is always cold. That's
Yeah.
why a lot of people try to stay long time in the mid Q.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you.
Sri, did you have a question?
Yes, I did. So what buildings were the Gloria Hotel have the right to sell? And what buildings did the Sophia Hotel have the right to sell? And is the Sophia Hotel based in the UK?
Okay. Bro, Gloria, they do not have the right to sell the house. They only have the right to manage on behalf of all the owners and the developer, which means that when the client or you own a unit over here, let's say this unit, when you own a unit over here, we will give you a property management agreement within you and the developer. So when the units will complete, we will pass the unit or hand over your unit to the Gloria for them to manage for 9 years, and then they will sell out the hotel room service to the market for the Tower 1, 2, 3, and 3A. And the time period for this one, Tower 1 and 2, they will start from the year of 2025 onward for 9 years. For Sofitel, all right, this tower, this is the same thing. If you own a unit here, Sofitel have a right to manage and sell the hotel rooms only, right, on behalf of the owner. They provide the service, and we are not signed the agreement with Sofitel. We are signed with the mother company Accor Group. We are signing the agreement with the Accor Group. So under Accor Group, there's a lot of hotel brand. So what they're bringing in is a Sofitel brand, because there are a lot of brand like Bayam Tree, like this Novotel and others. So what we have here is Sofitel.
Okay, and what buildings were Sophia Hotel have the right to manage? And
It's
also
This one,
Sofitel.
Tower 9,
Sofitel?
Yeah, not
Sofitel.
Sophia, but Sofitel.
Okay, yeah.
Sofitel. Tower 9. They will manage Tower 9.
Tower 9. Also, if you own a hotel that's not in the towers 1, 2, 3, and 3A and not in Tower 9, then do they have to sign with any hotel? Like, could they
Sorry again.
on their own?
Sorry, pardon again.
If you buy a hotel at the Highlands, or buy a condo at the Highland City, right? And
Yeah.
the hotel isn't in towers 1, 2, 3, 3A, and 9, can you just rent it out to people on your own?
Okay, if you own any unit over here, you're not going to assign this unit to the hotel management, that you don't enroll with the service, you don't engage with the service, you can eventually list it out to your friend or to the client with a long-term agreement, which means that more than 1 year. We cannot do A, B, and B over here because this is a binding contract with the hotel. So it means that you can list it to your friend for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, but nothing less than 1 year.
Got it. And are the hotels selling your condo after the 10-year period?
You can sell it after 10 years, or you can keep it after 10 years. It's okay. Because the
hotels
contract
aren't
is
selling it, Sri. You own it. So
Oh.
you own it.
it's just the management agreement ends after 9 years. And then you can decide, do you want to enter a new management agreement or do you want to liquidate and take your money off the table?
Got it. Cool. Thank you. That's
Yeah.
it.
So, I know Simon has a question, Kevin. So if Simon, you want to come off mute.
Hi, Kevin. Yeah, thank you. Maybe apologies, I might have missed a little bit of the beginning, so please bear with me. But my question is, I know that there's the Sharia law, and that generally makes it legal for Malaysians to gamble. So given that this is in the Kuala Lumpur area, we are primarily targeting tourists and international visitors. What kind of regulations are on here that maybe prohibit for tourists?
Presentation. Somebody,
Okay.
Malaysia.
Okay. Okay. I want to be very frank, Simon. Okay. In Malaysia, there is the only place which is licensed. Hello?
Go ahead,
Hello?
Kevin. I'm
Yeah.
muted him.
All right. Sorry. All right. So I already say that Malaysia is illegal to gambling in the public area, but Genting is the only place who licensed from the Malaysian government that people can gambling over here. All right. So it means that if you are a foreigner, you travel to Malaysia, you are always welcome to gambling in Genting. So eventually there is not much restriction unless the client is blacklisted under Genting Group or other casino. So like me, normal people, I can just walk into the casino without playing any game, walk around, look at the people, and I can just leave the casino and no restriction. Even though I want to play some games, I can just top up my card, then I'll just sit down and have a game. So they won't just like check your, they won't just check your, sorry?
All right, I think we're
Yeah,
ready to
sorry,
move on.
sorry. They are just like Las Vegas. So sometimes we do not have like something restriction over here.
I think maybe it's a little bit confusing because for me I want to understand a little bit more. It's my understanding is local Malaysian citizens are subject to regulations for what they can and cannot gamble. So this looks like an international opportunity primarily for tourists and international visitors. Is that accurate?
Okay, Malaysian. If you are local Malaysian Malay,
Yes.
you're foreigner Muslim, you might not able to enter to the casino. Like me, I'm a Chinese.
Correct. Yes. Understood.
My friend is an Indian, so we have no restriction. The police even won't check your IC. I will just let you go inside.
Okay,
You
so
see?
you are primarily targeting the audience here is international and also non-citizen.
Yes, yes. Even though I would say even though this is a Malaysian Muslim, some of the Malay, they're over here, they don't go to the casino, then eventually they can enjoy their food, the theme park. And this is what happening right now. Because if let's say 20 years ago, when people talk about Genting, this is definitely an international and non-Muslim place, right, for them. But nowadays, people mindset are kind of changing. Even though I cannot enter to the casino, but I have a lot of entertainment that I can do. I can play with the machinery, the games, right? And then I can play with the theme parks, indoor theme parks. That those Malay parents, they will bring their kids along. So this is not only for Malaysian or international. It's open to everyone. It's just that the casino itself, they have some restriction on it. Other places, they have no restriction, even though most of the food in Genting, what we say, there's a halal food there. So with no lard, no pork, that provided the service to the market. This is the trend right now in Malaysia. Right? Understand, Simon?
Yeah, thank you. Yes, thank you.
Right.
What about restrictions on alcohols? I mean, I know there's bars and restaurants, and of course, if you're a Malaysian, you can't.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
are there any restrictions otherwise through foreigners? For that?
No restriction. There is a bar street, right? Along the when you are in Genting, you are at the first floor hotel. From the up when you came out from the casino, you just go to the lift and press level 4. You will come out when the lift door open, you can just get into a bar street. At your left hand side, at your right hand side, you have all alcohol, you have all wines then provided. You just sit down and pay your bill and you start drinking. There is no restriction over here unless you are a Malaysian Muslim. That is the only restriction. But other than you can just enjoy your day and night over here. Because sometimes I also have my drinks there. Right?
Awesome.
All right, let's continue, shall we, Kevin?
Yeah, let's go to the showroom. I'll show you for the
And for everyone on the Zoom meeting, we will have a Q&A at the end. So let's hold our questions for there.
Okay, so we will go to the showroom right now. So eventually we have three showroom in the gallery. So one indoor, two outdoor. I'll show you the indoor first. Let's have a look. All right, we are in the showroom of this typical unit. Okay, it's a type B unit. All right, which is a dual key unit, come with 896 square feet. All right, and it's located at the both side of the tower. So why we say so? This is the dual key unit. Well, this is your corridor at the hotel. And this is the door that we provided to you. It's a two-side door. And inside, we will provide a link door. So it's just like a hotel rooms that we will provide to the market. And what we say, $95 is just one side of the room. Come have a seat, have a look. So all the furniture here are provided, other than those small decor items, including the mattress, air conditioner, TV, sofa, they are all provided. So you just need to carry your bag and you can stay inside. The hotel just need to hire the man and they can start operate. So that's just the toilet. All things are provided. All right. So, well, this is your living area. You are just one step, you can reach our balcony. And in the unit in Malaysia, rather than city center, because nowadays a lot of projects in the city center have no balcony provided, right? But even though some other project in Genting, they have balcony, the size will be like this. So we have the largest one. What we try to bring is when you wake up in the morning, having your coffee here, and you can enjoy the greenery view that it naturally comes, right? So for Tower 1 and 2, we do have a bathtub outside the balcony for you to check in your links, Facebook, Twitter, and not for shower. So this is another room that we can come inside. So where the link door happen is the link, there will be have two doors at this place that hotel can eventually rent it out this room and that room for 95 and $95, or they can just rent out as an entire full room. Okay, it depends on the market need. Okay, for this particular unit, you don't have living area, but you do come with a pantry. But washing machine is not provided because hotel they do have lobby service. If you think of that after 10 years, you might retire yourself in Genting, you can just buy a washing machine and put it inside. Because why? Because all the piping and the gate are provided. So it facilitates the purchaser. Okay. So for this room, the room rate, if let's say 2-bedder, for weekday, it will cost like, if we rent out 2 rooms together, okay, the weekday price will be around $190. And when we come across to the weekend and public holiday, it will come to $264. Okay, so what is the price for this room? So this room, the selling price come with $200,000 with $228 per square foot. So this is the price of this unit. So we have a look on the other 2 showrooms at outdoor, and this might take some time for me to walk around. I will close the video and camera, then you can start asking questions now when the time I walk over there. Right?
Okay. We'll stop. Sri, your question was, do you have a list of the furnishings that come with the units? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, like the utilities and everything else that comes with the units.
Well, it's a hotel. Think of this. It's a hotel. So completely furnished, utilities are all included. People are going to pay, the nightly fee to stay at a hotel. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
don't worry. Sorry, let me interrupt a bit. So no worry, we will have a furnishing list provided to every one of our client in the agreement. So to tell the client what are the furnishing we will provide, including what you see just now in the room. Most of them are provided, other than a small decor item and a washing machine. So other than that, like little mini bar are provided, and the safety box will be provided by the hotel. So all these are written in black and white in the agreement.
Does that make sense, Sri?
Yeah, it does. Could you send us the furnishing release? Is that okay?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, cool.
I was confused on the 2 sides of the room. They were like, do you buy both sides as the unit, but they're separated and they're 95 per side? I was a little bit.
Yeah, I can answer that. Kevin, your internet was fading, so you were a little choppy. Right. But I'll answer this while you're walking to the other models. So it was $95 a night per side, $190 a night weekday if you had both units. That's the hotel fee, right? But you could buy one unit, one side, for $200,000 US. And the appeal for a buyer is if you bought 2 units, they could be connected. And so if you had a larger family or you wanted to have your kids on one side, the parents on the other, you could buy more than one unit and set it up that way. And then the hotel would still rent them out by night. But that way, if you ever went to visit your unit, you'd have the ability to stay in 2 units. Does that make sense, Scott?
Yeah. So since it's not really an Airbnb, any nights you're not using it, they're renting it out, which you don't get any profit from that, but they just do the 7%.
That is profit. The return is from the hotel revenues. So think
Okay.
of it as the fact of the matter is you're not going to go to Malaysia every weekend, right? So it's going to be used as a hotel for the better part of the year, and you're going to get a 7% return paid quarterly from that. And then if you called and said, hey, I'm going to be in Malaysia in May for 2 weeks, I want to use my unit, they'll take it out of the rental pool and you'd be able to use your own unit.
But you don't have to pay the nightly rate if you're using your own unit.
No, because you own it.
That's right. Okay. So yeah, your profit is up to them because they're giving you 7%. It's up to them to rent the nights out. You don't have to worry about making it, occupied like your own Airbnb or something.
That's exactly right. Yeah. Yeah. So you're guaranteed the return. Could you make more if you managed it yourself? Yeah, but that'd be really hard from a 15-hour flight away.
No, that's the appeal of not having to manage it.
Right. Exactly. All right, Kevin, did we give you enough time to get over there?
I'm over here. You can see I'm another show model and outdoor. So this is one of our what we say the unit at the corner. All right. So this is type D. It's a 753 square feet. Come with 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, and 1 living rooms. Right. So let's have a look inside. So when you step in from the door, you will definitely have your shoes rack here, mini bar, and you have your own living space here and separated with the bedroom. So for this unit, the balcony is separated from the living area and the master bedroom. So for this unit, we try to provide the maximum privacy to our client. So when the time you're having your vacancy in Malaysia, you have your own time having tour here, and the same time your friend want to meet with you, and you might think of you don't want to meet them outside the door. You might have some wine with them at the house, and this is the best place. So you and your friend can have the wine here without disturbing your personal place, and you can enjoy the coffee at the outside, and they can enjoy the view together. And for your own place, the bedroom are inside here. So your bedroom is come with the toilet and the showers area all separated, right? And your personal bathtub is at the corner. So this is the place that you can own your have your own privacy, which is the last spaces. So okay, so for the room rate that we are going to rent out here for weekday is $74. For weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is $95. When come to like today, this is a public holiday for us because tomorrow is Diwali, and it will cost you like $211. And what we are selling right now for this property is 182,000 from 182,000. for this unit. And the price per square foot is like $242. Right. So opposite is one of our show model that the list we have over here in the project. So that is a two-bedroom room. So our cameraman Terrence will show you the environment over here. Even though there's some of the construction ongoing here in Genting, even though there's high building here, but you can still enjoy your greenery here. And this is the morning time in Malaysia. We are in Genting. It's not so cool. Right. This is the last one we have. It's also a unit at the corner, right? So this is a two-bedroom. You come with a living area and a dining area and a one bathroom, and the size is 1,184 square feet. Come, let's walk through. All right. So when the door open, the shoes rack is still at your right-hand side. But one thing that we might change in the beginning, this unit have its own private kitchen, or we say a closed concept kitchen. But we will change it to an open concept kitchen when we hand over. Means that we will demolish the wall here and we will move the fridge at this corner so it looks bigger when you walk through the unit. So one thing good about this unit, you come with that some of our needs. What we are going to do if we're having our leave here, we are all having our holidays here. We will only having lunch at the breakfast and outside, but nighttime we will have our hot pot here. So this is the place that's suitable for family gathering. Okay, so this corner is the master bedroom, and the other one is the second bedroom. So we will bring you around and have a look on the bedroom. Oh, so one thing to be add on for the bathtub, right? We only provided in tower 1 and 2 only. So tower 3 onwards, there is no bathtub provided. So I would say tower 1, 2 is one of our premium unit that were provided in the first phases, right? So we go to the second bedroom. So for the easier of living, we separated the sink and the toilet into both sides. So at least when our people wake up in the morning, someone can enjoy their own me time at the toilet and someone they can do their daily makeup here. Right? So this is one of the design that we think of to utilize the full place. And this is the second bedroom. All right. So all our rooms are come with balcony. All right. All right. So let me close the door for myself. It's too hot there. Okay. Okay, so that is it for today. So before I continue, let me put some of this here. Okay. Wait lah. Wait lah, kasi lah. Alright, never mind. Okay. So for this room, we are selling at the price of 220,000, right? From 220,000, and then for the room rate here is definitely higher than the other two, right? So any question that you might want to ask from now on, because we are coming to the Q&A section, or any question or any places or anything that you might want to look through again, you can let us know.
Yeah, I know there was a lot of questions about the return, and
Right.
I think Angela just answered for the most part.
All right.
Overall P&L planning, comprehensive financial planning for all units in different seasons. So even if the hotel suffers temporary loss, we will still share the profits with the owners at a rate of 7%. So what they're basically saying, you guys, is it's a guaranteed 7%, even if they have a down season. The question Scott asked was, what are the management fees and what's the impact on the 7% of those?
All right. Okay, so for all our unit, we will have a management fee that we might need to collect from this purchaser. Okay. Let's say from the unit that we see just now, the 893 square feet, right? The management fee will be like around $100 per month that is collected from the purchaser. So the purchaser will have to acknowledge the management company to deduct the management fee from your 7%, which means that the developer will pay you 7% in annum, and we will separate into 4 payments and pay back into your account. But eventually, you have to be agree with the develop management that you are authorized the management office to deduct the management fee from the return. So for the 893 square 893 square feet that unit that we see just now inside the showroom, it will cost you right $100 per month. So they will deduct from your 7%. Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
For those of you online, if you had a client or you bought a $200,000 unit, the return is about 126,000 over those 9 years. So you basically are getting a return of more than half of your investment, but you still own the unit at the end, plus any appreciation that would have happened over those 9 years. So you're in a pretty good position. It's a great way to, keep your money insulated from the volatility of the U.S. economy, and have a nice place to visit if you should choose. The Susan, I think this is your iPhone. When will we get the capital investment? Are you saying when will you get it back? If you want to come off mute, you can ask your question. Yes, when will we get it back? So it's your choice at the end of 9 years to decide whether you wanted to keep your money there and get a new management agreement, because the current management agreement will end after 9 years. So you could renew an agreement, or you could liquidate your unit and get your capital back at that point.
What's the driving time to the airport?
Right, what is the driving time to the airport? So let
Yeah.
me show you. I will show you. You have to, right? Let me show you right now. Not from me, but from the apps.
I'm looking at Google Earth, so I got a pretty good idea, but
Yeah,
it's
you're
about
looking at the
40
Google
something miles.
Earth. Yeah, let's show you right now. Yeah, you're looking at the Google Earth. Yeah, I'll show you on the
Correct.
Google Map. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry. KLIA. For my location.
Is traffic very bad in Kuala Lumpur?
Okay. Is traffic very bad in New York? That's my answer. It's the same thing. Lot of city center they do have traffic over in this world. So if you ask me that is that very bad traffic in Kuala Lumpur, then I'll ask you the same question. Is that very bad traffic in New York? I think it's the same question that I can answer. It's the same answer.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I asked that just because the airport's on the other side of the city. So
Yes, you are in the right position.
While you're pulling that up, Kevin, maybe you or Angela could answer Simon's question about what if somebody wants to get out of the investment sooner than 9 years?
Wait, can you see this?
Oh yeah.
It's one of the It's from this is waste from the phone. So it shows that it's take you 1 hour and 30 minutes from our side right now to the KLIA Terminal 1.
Perfect.
Cool.
Yeah.
You.
Yeah. So you can see there is slightly a bit traffic, right? Because this is a public holidays. People are
Right.
run away back to their hometown. So you might face some traffic. But when this is on weekday, that is my issue. Right. So Simon question. We continue with Simon question.
Yeah, hi. My question is about the penalty. So, sometimes, life takes unexpected turns.
Right.
What is the penalty for breaking the 9-year management agreement?
All right. So try to not break your agreement within first and second year. So the penalty will be 1 year rental. You get what I mean? You means that when you enter to the management agreement and you're going to surrender the agreement to the management, which means you don't want the hotel to manage for you anymore. You have the penalty that you need to pay 7% that they are giving to you for one time. Right?
Okay.
You get what I mean?
Okay. Yeah.
I'm not sure I understood. You said in year 1 or 2, it's 1 year of rent?
No. You try not to be break at the first 2 years because at least you can get the renter from the hotel and then you pay the penalty back to them. So at least you don't lose your money. If let's say in the beginning, right, when you get the unit from the developer and they just manage for you like 6 month times and you decided to break the contract, then you have to pay the 7% to the hotel. So like I say, you at least let them operate for you 1 to 2 years, maybe 2 years, then you break the contract. So you need to pay the 7% to them.
Kevin, just a quick, just reading what you're saying, just assuming I understand you correctly, the penalty is 7%.
Yeah.
So the penalty is just 7%
Yes.
no matter what. So it doesn't matter if you break it within year 1 or year 2, year 5 or year 6.
Yes.
Anytime you
Yes.
break it, it's 1 year. It's just if you
Yes.
break it before year 1 or year 2, you are getting a loss. Right?
Yes, you are definitely right.
Okay, understood. And
Got
one
it.
more question. The 7% return, I'm so sorry if this was answered before, but the 7% return, is that post property taxes, repairs, taxes, utilities, everything else?
Okay, so there is some taxes that you need to pay in Malaysia, like quick land and assessment fee. That one will be like few $100. I would say it's $500, I think so. $500 per year that you're going to pay to the government. Other than that, the rental return Okay, if you don't pay the income, you don't pay the income tax in Malaysia, then you have to pay in your country. So if you don't pay in your country and you don't pay in Malaysia,
All right. Sri, did you want to ask another question?
Yeah,
then
I did. Oh,
yeah. But normally if you pay in Malaysia, then you need to be verified to your country, your US government, that you have paid the tax in Malaysia, or you have paid the tax in US, so you don't need to pay in Malaysia. But if the US government didn't know you have a unit here and you didn't pay in Malaysia, then you didn't pay.
Sounds good. And it's just to clarify, it's just the income tax and also kind of like a
The quick
property.
land and the property tax, quick land and assessment. That's all.
Ed, I have a question.
Yes,
Yep.
Don.
If somebody needs to get out of their unit and they sell it, can they assign the management fee to the new buyer so they don't have to pay the penalty?
No, definitely cannot. All right, like let me borrow someone. Let me borrow my cameraman here. No. Boleh ikut. Okay. So let's say he is a new buyer from our side, right? So I'm the existing purchaser. So when I brought from IBN, I have a 7% agreement with the developer, and now I decide to sell it to him. So I definitely break the contract with him, with IBN. So I definitely have to pay the penalty. So even though I can ask the management to manage the unit of him, all right, but he not entitled for 7%. He entitled for profit sharing only. So only the first purchaser, okay, only the first purchaser are entitled for 7%. The second home buyer, or we say the sub-sale market, they only entitled profit sharing. Means that the purchaser, the second-hand purchaser, the sub-sale market, the new buyer, they will get 70% of the net profit, and the hotel will get 30% of the net profit. And me, I'll get 7% straight. Even though it's net loss or net profit, 7% still. So that's why this is a special contract between us, IBN and the first home buyer. Right? Can I get it clear?
Sri, go ahead and ask your question.
okay. So I have a couple questions. So first thing, do you guys happen to know any properties that are comparable to the IBN hotel, the IBN Highland City hotels? And I'm asking this to all people who are interested, so I can kind of give them an idea of like price inflation of condos in the area.
Okay, there is a few development in Genting. I'll definitely say there is a few development in Genting. From the hilltop to the bottom, right? I'll say one by one. The first one is Eon Majestic. They are having a hotel towers only, right? Hotel towers only. Then come underneath is an asset. It's fall under another developer named Isaac Gamas. It's Antara. That one is for Airbnb only. There are 4 towers, and they are selling at the much more higher price compared to us. They are selling like we are like 200,000. They are like 250,000, something around that, right? And for Airbnb and for our own use only. That one is Antara. So come down to the mid queue is IBN. The only one hotel complex in Genting. So the other developer is a township developer, what we call XTD. Okay, that is another developer, and that one is for local only, because the selling price is under the bottom price that we open to the foreigner market. That one is for Malaysian only. So there's another one is Tropicana developer, that is 2 building, right? So if you want to compare IBN with other development surrounding, I think you can't compare because they are an apple and we are in orange because we are a hotel complex development. There are like either one building, 4 building that fall under Airbnb or own stay, or either they are fall under commercial unit. So similar like us, I don't think they have in the market right now, especially Genting.
Got it. Also, do you have a list of the different types of condos and its prices anywhere?
I do have, but I need sometimes to convert to dollar because that is for us to the price list that we have is in ringgit Malaysia. So I need to take some time for me to convert to US dollar. So I can share something with you guys.
Okay, got it. Yeah, be sure to send that to us when you're done converting the prices.
Yeah, it'll take me some little bit time. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Ed, I have a question.
Yeah,
Yes.
go for it.
What in the complex, it's 21 acres. If I understood correctly earlier, you're going to have all kinds of amenities in the complex from different restaurants, the convention center, and what else?
Okay. So wait, let me show you.
Basically, what amenities are you going to have in the complex?
Yeah, wait. Let me show you. So it's much more easier for you guys.
Well, that's
Okay, never mind. Shall we go back to the sales gallery?
Here, you know what we can do, Kevin? You can stay on the couch right there. I'll put it on the screen.
Yeah, you put it on the screen. All right, thank you.
And Don, you see the yin and yang structure here in the middle?
Yeah.
That's the 300,000 square foot convention center.
Okay.
But it's also home to the shops and restaurants that tourists always want to have and see, right?
Right.
Kevin, you might comment on additional amenities like, you know, we've got the Sky Gardens and the Infinity Edge pools. Are there gymnasiums? Are there other amenities that are noteworthy?
Okay, so the if you have a look on your left hand side, okay,
I can keep that on the screen if you want me to.
yeah, please keep it on the screen.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, sorry. Okay. So if you look at the center, just like just now we say we have a convention center inside. Other than that, we are actually having a convenience shop also in this convention center under the 300,000 square feet, because we do know that some of our clients, they might need to have their daily buy some daily use item like the toothbrush, like spray and everything. That convenience store that will definitely have over here. Besides that, eventually, if you look carefully, you zoom into these artist impression, you will see that eventually from tower 1, 2, 3, and all the towers are linked to this convention center. Because why? Because this is a very good weather in Genting. So the people might want to have their day walk and joggings in the morning or in the evenings. Okay. So we concern of the safety for our residents. So we separate the car and the residents walkway. So where the link bridge is the residents walkway, that car cannot enter in. So you can have your daytime, the kids run at the walkway and without the interruption or from the car or motorcycle. So this is some of the facility that were provided. Other than that, you will see every block in the top, we do have Sky Garden, but you saw a lot of infinity pool at the top, right? But that is a artist impression only. For now, we definitely sure that Tower 1 and 2 do have a infinity sky pool at the top, and others building, the pool will be at level 3 only. So even though we do have the interlinked podium, but they do not have a pool on top for others building. There might be only like landscaping or some of these sport equipment there only, and all the gyms, okay, gyms, reading rooms, and the hotel restaurant are provided and in each and every blocks. And that one will be allocated by the hotel operator. So they will be allocating those facility, like reading room, like small meeting rooms, a gym house, a cafe by themselves. That one will fall under the hotel management by each and every block itself. So this is a facility we have that we confirm to the market. But in our planning, we do have like driving range, golf in the future, but that one is still subject to the finalization. Okay, is that okay? That what I'm answering just now?
Yes. Thank you.
All right.
All right. Let me see. I think Simon said, what responsibilities do we expect owners to take on? My understanding is they need to manage some property tax assessment online accounts and wait to collect. Where did you get that, Simon?
I'm trying to understand what responsibilities the owners need to do. Since the property management company is managing the properties for them,
Right.
what do we expect the owners to do?
You want to answer that, Kevin?
I don't understand the. Sorry, my English is not so good.
Yeah,
Try to understand the question.
Yeah, so I'll give
So,
you an example. So I'm here in the state of Washington, right? I own several properties, right? And what I have to do is I have to essentially manage a number of online accounts to just basically pay off property tax, assessment fees, anything like that.
right.
Is that similar to what we expect here? Or is there maybe like once a year we expect the owners to fly out to Malaysia, maybe get involved in some meeting? Is there anything like that?
Oh, I see. You're thinking this
I
is
see.
homeowners association.
All
No,
right. All right.
This is.
I understand.
Oh, go ahead, Kevin.
Okay. Okay, like I say, because we are giving a guaranteed rental return to the homeowner, 7% per annum, you can authorize the management office, all right, to deduct the rental, to deduct the assessment fee, to deduct the assessment, quick rents, and this management fee from your returns, right? Then they will pay off for you and you can get the bill from them, right? This is the first question. Second question, okay. This building is for under commercial and residential purpose, right? This building is for under commercial title, it's a residential purpose, right? So we hand over it to the hotel to manage. So under the Malaysia Strata Title Law, you do need to firm up your management company within the owner, right? So it means that you will have a community with all the buyers for Tower 1 and 2 together. So every year, all the owners are required to attend what we say the Mesyuarat Agong, or we say the annual meeting in Malaysia. So you have to choose your own presidents in the community that you might have some proposal, or you might have some a good idea that you want to propose to the management or the hoteler to make some changes. So that will definitely have a meeting requirement per annum, but it can be authorized to the management office. So your responsibility is on the property, check with your renter, and fly to enjoy 14 days. Other than that, you can just authorize to the management office and do it for you. Is that clear?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry. What was the 40 days? I missed that.
14 day, 1-4.
Okay.
We are giving 14 days free, 14 night free for all the homeowner to stay per annum.
Got it. And then one more question is, what about the pet policy and smoking policies?
Okay. Now, Malaysia is definitely not a pet allowed country in condominium or apartment.
Okay, no pets.
So there's no pets. Yeah. So in condominium apartment, and definitely this is a hotel managed by hotel. So definitely pets are not allowed. Right? First, second thing, under Malaysia new law, if I want to smoke today, I cannot smoke under the roof. Anything under the roof is not allowed. Even though hotel under you, there's a lot of hotel that come without smoking room facility right now. So you have to, if you want to smoke, you have to smoke outdoor, right? So that or the reserved place in Malaysia. That's the thing.
Okay.
But if that is your own property, you mean that, which means that you stay inside the house, you yourself leading this unit, you're not provided to hotel operation, then that is your own responsibility.
Okay, so if we don't go through the hotel management, we can do what we want. Is that kind of?
But not pet. You can smoke, no pet. You can smoke, but no pet.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna field 2 more questions, and then we're gonna wrap things up. And if there are any trailing questions, you can email them to me, and I'll make sure we get them in front of Kevin and Angela. But I want to be respectful of their time. Scott Feichner, you've got your hand up.
Well, when you were throwing out the numbers, I came up with the same numbers over the 9 or 10 years of what we would get in return. What is your anticipated occupancy rate? Because obviously, if you rent them out 90% of the year, you're going to profit quite a bit. So you're going to be able to pay us 7%. And I'm a little bit confused on the taxes and the fees. Obviously, the 7% is based on, started out to be a purchase price minus fees and taxes and things. And I'm just trying to figure out a number of what those are. I didn't know we were taxed on passive income on investment properties, but I guess maybe that's wrong. But that's kind of my question. What can we anticipate the 7% based on other than purchase price? And what do you anticipate your occupancy rate being? I know they're not rented out yet, but yeah, do you have in your program probably a 95% or 90% plus occupancy rate, I'm guessing?
Okay. To be very frank, the Gloria, when they start to before they sign the agreement with IBN, so the Gloria Hotel, before they sign the agreement with IBN, they have do their market study and this market analysis. So what is in the report that they show to us is in Genting per annum, they can definitely get up to 10% net profit. So that's why the agreement with the owner, between the homeowner and IBN, we are giving 7%, right? So for the occupancy rate right now, I will say if this is like school holidays, like this what we say, school holidays, weekend, I will say it's 100% fully occupied. But if let's say this is a weekend, it might be 50%. I can serve you from the internet right now for the today room occupation. Let me try and serve for you.
Can I ask the next question?
Yeah, that's what
yes,
you had your hand up.
yes.
So that's what I'm planning on.
Okay, so 2 questions really quick. So obviously,
Hang on, Sri. He's still answering Scott's
oh,
question.
I thought it was done. My bad.
No,
Wait, sorry, sorry, hold on, sorry, I'm so sorry.
that's all right. We can be patient.
This just seems so much better than an Airbnb. You're not always managing anything. You're just collecting your, 7% on whatever the net is. And you have 2 weeks if you want to use it or rent it out or whatever yourself. I mean, it's pretty Pretty
Yes.
awesome.
Yeah, that's the
Yes.
concept, Scott. It's low maintenance, guaranteed return. I can share that in the last webinar we had, that Angela said that she anticipated all the expenses, taxes, and everything would take the 7% down to 6.88. That's their forecast. I know Simon was asking about that as well.
That's still pretty good, but yeah. And your numbers that you put out there a minute ago, Ed, I think you said 126 or 129 over the 9 years.
Right.
And their occupancy rate at even 90% was going to make them money. So we would always get our 7% because they're not going to lose a dime. It just
Yeah, I mean,
seemed
that's the beauty is we might, I mean, they're doing it to make money too, right? But
Right.
we get paid first. That's a pretty good deal.
yeah, and at 90% occupancy at 352 days at 90% at 200,000 at 95 a night came out to like 30 some grand on their end. So who cares if they make money? We're getting our 7%. The beauty is it sounded like there's not a chance of not getting that. They're guaranteeing it. So, I mean,
Right.
Yes. So let's just maybe say something like a conclusion about like, you know, the investment. So as you guys says, you know, this project, our project is just, you know, package like especially for the foreign investment. So the foreigner, which is they're living overseas, they could not manage. So they could not come over, you know, to do the renovation, to do the like meetings, to do like even though Airbnb, you have to hire a team or either hire somebody help you to clean up the house or do the check-in, check-out. So we know the problems, the foreign investment, the investor, they cannot do that. So that's the reason why we pack the, you know, the project, like we bring the big brand, you know, the hotel management, the team, the professional, the team. So stay there to help, you know, the buyer owners to manage with this project. And about the profit sharing, okay, we just do the generally, you know, the forecast, the planning is for the average the year. So we just guarantee like a buyer, okay, whatever happened, even though the peak season, no matter how much higher the hotel range, you know, you still could not enjoy that. Also, even the low season, you know, even empty, but also not your problem. You don't need to worry, and then you just enjoy the average 7% per year. So, of course, we have to manage, reduce some like a hotel management fees, this and that tax, and every year like a quick rent, this and that. We do the calculation before. It's probably just take like a few. Kelvin, you better to put like you know the actual number. Last time we do the calculation, how many the percentage of the maintenance fees. So based on the 7%, we just do the minus that's, you know, the maintenance fees which we have to reduce. So rest of the things is the net. The owner, we will enjoy with that, and you don't need to come over every year, and you don't need to worry about that. So this is what we package for our foreign buyers. We just trying to let them enjoy the investment return and enjoy the 14 days a year, come over to free stay and enjoy the nice weather, nice facilities. So they will love it. After 9 years later, if the price increased, then they just decided whether I hold it or I just, you know, just like sell it to cash back. This is what the owner need to consider. Other than that, the problems or other like, you know, the calculations, just let the management, hotel management, so to help you to solve the problem. This is what the purpose we do this project and pack this project to the investment overseas. Yes.
did he say that we had to be over there for the management owners meeting
No.
once a year? Or no?
You can
No,
delegate it.
it's kind of like a HOA here. You of course you are the owner, so you are the member of the HOA, which is like US here, but you don't need to come over for like an annual meeting. You can authorize the hotel management. Okay, I have some like a complaint or whatever opinion I need to share and try to improve our property, increase this and that service or whatever. But you don't need to come over. You just email to the management office and authorize them, help you to, to manage with like, the HOA groups. So you don't need to come over. But of course, we'll come over, to enjoy 40 days, the free stay here. If you want, of course. Also, someone, they just says, okay, based on that 14 days, whether I can invite my business partner, come over to Malaysia for a vacation, like, give or like some like very sweet, the trip for arrange for them to free stay to increase, yeah, that's a good idea also. Yeah, this is how it works.
We could do the Zoom for our management meeting so we can all be on a Zoom and handle it.
Exactly. You don't need to come over.
There you go. Sri,
Correct.
get your question in before we run out of time.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just interrupt for a while. All right. You see, I try to book a room in the Genting First World Hotel for today.
Yeah.
You see, there is
No
no
available
room
rooms.
available.
Yeah.
For today, just today. You see, like I say, that's why Genting are always fall under full booking in Malaysia. So that's why we in the My News Time, one of the Malaysian news publisher, they mentioned that Genting they need 30,000 more rooms in the market to just to fulfill the market requirement. So this is what happened now. Why a lot of buyers they are buying and they are investing in Genting. So okay, I'll pass back to the deck.
All right. Sri, last question.
Okay, I have two questions. They're both really quick. So one, you said that obviously we get a 7% return per year. Is part of the return coming from the yin and yang in the middle?
All right. So the rental return for 7%, we will separate into four payments. So every quarter we will pay once to the client. So every quarter we will pay once to the client. You see? So first quarter we will pay on the April, second quarter we will pay on the July, third quarter we'll pay on the October, and the fourth quarter we'll pay on the January of next year.
Kevin, I think she's asking, is some of that return that's coming to the investors a result of the profits from the convention center?
No.
Correct.
Convention center is owned by developer, is owned by IBN. Yeah. We will find an operator to operate the convention center. If profit or loss is fall under developer duty. So the buyer, the owner are only gain the profit from the room itself, right? So we will rent out the convention center, and from ourselves, we will generate our own customer to rent the room rather than only from Genting.
All right, Sri, what's question number 2?
Question number 2. So obviously in the state of Washington, we have the NWMLS that gives us like forms such as Form 21, Form 22, like all that stuff, right?
Let's not. Oh. That's not relevant here.
No, it is. I'm getting to the question. Okay. So obviously since Kuala Lumpur is, so if we find a buyer here and we help them get the condo in Kuala Lumpur, what forms do we use?
You're not going to use any forms. You're going to tell me who your client is, and Angela and her team are going to prepare the contracts.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
That makes sense? So,
yeah.
And we do have examples of the contracts. So if you have clients that would like to read them ahead of time, let me know. But none of this flows through you having to write an offer. So
okay. Gotcha.
Kevin and Angela,
for you.
Really appreciate your time this evening and or this morning, depending on where you're.
Sure, our pleasure. No worries.
Appreciate it. And our goal is
a lot of good questions.
Yeah, a lot of them. So
yeah, a lot of good questions.
I will. I'll be sure to collect any additional questions. I see more hands going up, but we are out of time, everybody. So email me your questions, and I'll make sure to get you answers. And with that, I want to thank you guys for your time, and I'll circulate the recording if you need it. But other than that, have a wonderful day and a nice weekend.
Yes, you guys too.